who aren't or don't happen to be the size of the hall door can actually deliver at the highest level.
I think it's a mark of the man that the greatest amount of respect came from the players he played alongside with. He is there, Brian O'Driscoll, and he's just about to talk to Claire McNamara.
Brian O'Driscoll, so fitting that you are man of the match on your last match here. So much emotion swirling around the stadium. How are you doing?
I haven't really let myself think about it, you know. It's emotional, you know. It's been a huge part of my whole adult life, and to leave here, it's going to be hard, but good way to leave it today, and hopefully we set ourselves up for next week.
Thousands here, thousands at home want to pay tribute to you, want to be part of this. It's nice to get the chance to say goodbye and to acknowledge that.
Yeah, it really is, and I feel humbled by the reaction today. Seems a bit of a joke that you get man of the match for 60 minutes, but I've loved my time playing in this jersey, and unfortunately it does have to come to an end at some stage, and I'm glad I'm able to go out at home with a big win.
You were pretty involved in those 60 minutes, set up a nice couple of tries.
Yeah, we work hard at set plays, and I'm glad a few of them came off today, and Sexto got in for a couple of tries, and if it wasn't today, maybe that man would have been man of the match.
I know you've been trying to keep a lid on it, but can you quite believe that this is it here at home?
It'll only properly set in, I think, when I've had a bit of time. Hopefully after next week, and a big performance in this a championship in this team. So we need to go to France with huge positivity and try and relive what happened, back in 2000.
Yeah, it's not over yet. There's one game to come. It is a big one. How sweet would it be to sign off with a championship win in Paris?
Yeah, winning is it's one thing playing in this jersey, but it's another thing altogether winning in this jersey. And we've built a big standard, and this crop of players is capable of doing great things, and we have to start that next week and try and win a second championship as this unit of players.
Thanks for all the memories at Lansdowne Road. Good luck next week.
Thank you to everyone here. It's absolutely incredible.
Well, we can hardly put any more words on it. This enormous banner has just been unveiled, attached to some sort of balloon rising up there as O'Driscoll goes amongst his teammates. Absolutely, the day has been everything we imagined it would be. And Shane Horgan, just to get this absolutely right, we are now out of sight in terms of points difference. We just have to win in Paris by a single point to win the Six Nations Championship. Am I correct?
I think so. I think it's too much to expect England to put a score, anything like they'd have to do to win a championship against Italy, in Italy, with their returning star players. But what a moment this is to be part of as well. And I think we saw Brian O'Driscoll fighting back the tears, fighting the emotion, trying still, even at the last moment, and his last moment of his career here in Dublin, fighting to be professional and concentrating on the next game. But you could see here overwhelmed by the day.
Conor O'Shea, you were there the first day he arrived on a training pitch. Over 15, 16 years ago?
Yeah, we're just talking, here off screen and everything, and you looked at the start of that game when we needed someone to step in and do the little things that make a difference in matches. I thought his brother in arms, all those years in the centre today beside him was magnificent and a tribute to him. But Brian O'Driscoll, 3 touches, 3 tries that set up the whole sequence of what we did today, and that almost sums up how influential he is. Little things making a big difference. It's a privilege to be here today, it really is.
And George, from your distance looking down the long chapters of Irish rugby history, back to as a child when you watched Jackie Kyle here, this is a great day.
Oh, look, this is unbelievable, but you see the advantage.
There's Sophie and Mrs. O'Driscoll.
The advantage.
Amy Huberman, as we call her. Sadie, that's Sadie.
The advantage that today has is that they were everybody was able to choreograph it, whether it was the ground, the players, television or otherwise. As Ronan O'Gara said right at the very beginning, he had a very different and much sadder experience to end his career, and not many international sportsmen of any kind get an advantage to end it like Brian did. Yes, he absolutely deserves it, and it's wonderful that we who watched, I think we've probably seen every single one of those 140 games pretty well. Some of them against things like the Pacific Islands mightn't have excited us in the same way. But when I saw him in Brisbane in 2001, and he opened up that Australian defence, I looked at it and I thought, this is one of the best defences in the world, and this man has made a fool of them. I just thought, I'm looking at something special.
This is some of the magic we saw today. This is a Brian O'Driscoll masterclass.
Listen, he was self-deprecating in the interview there, saying that, you know, maybe he shouldn't have been man of the match. He should have been man of the match. Very often, you know, in occasions like this, it goes with sentiment. He was phenomenal today. The little things, the work on the ground, that his whole career, he's changed what centres do in the career by being a number 7 in the number 13 jersey. His offloading, this is what Ireland's going to miss, and I feel sorry for anyone who has to try and take on the 13 jersey. Look at that offload. Nobody else can do that, and he does it routinely.